installed the Go Street EFI 4 600 horsepower on my 1975 Ford Bronco. Man, the thing has been running great, and I've loved having it on there. But it has that annoying popping sound when you're cruising down the street and you let off on the gas. I did a video a while ago where I talked a little bit about this, but I've learned more since then. And why does FiTech actually do this? Why does that popping sound happen? Well, what the FiTech is doing when you let off on the gas is it's conserving fuel by cutting the fuel off to the throttle body. So what's happening is your engine is still having that engine braking going on, but there's no fuel getting to the system, or there's not enough fuel getting to the system. So it's not a bad thing, but it's just kind of annoying when you're driving around. So today I'm going to walk through how to fix that. Alright, so to fix this in your handheld controller, go to the Go EFI Tuning and then Fuel Cut Control, number 6. And in here you're going to see 4 options. We're going to mainly focus on the bottom 3. So decel cut map is when the FiTech cuts the fuel off. Decel return is when it begins to put fuel back in the system. The decel cut map default is set at 25 and the decel return map is set at 27. FiTech says that on a stock cam, a good cut is around 18 and a good return is around 20. Now, I've been driving mine around and I figured out that mine drives pretty well at 17 and then it comes back on really well at 20. So I'm going to go ahead and set that. Now, the lower the number, the more vacuum is required to shut the fuel off under deceleration. So, you know, if you just love burning fuel or if you're doing a lot of street racing, you could set this down to like 5 and basically always have fuel in the system. So one way to tell where this number should be is to go and turn on the large gauges. Take your car for a ride, and what you want to do is you want to watch the vacuum and map gauge. When you let off on the fuel, where is your map number? And then what you want to do is set your decel cut map to a number lower than that. So basically what you're looking at is when your map is at 100, you don't have any vacuum. So when you start your engine up and you let it run, that's when you begin to see this change. And so that's when you begin to see your vacuum change. All right, now back in the truck, I'm driving around right now and I've got my gauges going. So there's my map and my vacuum. So now, if we go back into Go EFI Tuning, Fuel Cut Control, now you understand why your cut map set at 17 actually means something. That means that your vacuum is pretty high because you just let your foot off the throttle and there's a lot of vacuum there. Now, when the return is set to 20, that means that the vacuum pressure is coming back down because you're stepping on the throttle to get that fuel back in and the vacuum is coming down. So make sure to just play around with those numbers, and that's going to help you a ton with that popping. That actually seems to be working pretty good. I can't hear the popping, or it's not as noticeable anymore. I don't know how well you can actually hear it on the GoPro or not, but in here it sounds a lot better. Okay, so we're back and our popping is way better. But one last thing in the menu is the DCel return fuel. And what this is this is the amount of fuel that the FiTech dumps in the bowls when you're coming out of deceleration and you push on the gas. So if you're feeling like the FiTech's trying to die on you when you're coming out of deceleration, you can increase this number to give your motor more fuel. Because basically what's happening is your FiTech is going lean when you hit the gas out of deceleration, meaning it's getting all the air from you pushing the gas pedal, but it's not getting any of the fuel that it needs. I actually notice this the most when I'm going downhill, doing about 50 miles an hour, I let off on the gas, and then as I'm coming back uphill, I push on the gas and it feels like it wants to die. So what you want to do is you want to increase this number by increments of 10, take it for a drive, and see how it responds. I've got mine set at about 80 right now, and it's doing pretty well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out the install video where I install the FiTech on my 1975 Ford Bronco. And make sure to check out this playlist. I've gathered all the best FiTech videos on the internet and put them in one playlist for you to watch. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.